Good morning, RMPs and responders. I wanted to go through this week's hypothetical for week ending 8/10 with you because it's kind of a confusing one that we don't deal with a lot. So let us jump right in. Make sure that you've got your decision tree rocking and ready to go. So we're going to start with working through our decision tree and response sheets. We're going to read every word out loud because it's good practice and it keeps our mind fresh. So this is our scenario. A box with a packing group 3, hazard class 6, label, and the markings UN 3144 nicotine compounds liquid 6.1 packing group 3 is leaking on a belt. There's a small amount of liquid on the belt coming from this box. There are no fumes that irritate the skin, visible fumes, smoke, or irritating odors. So we're going to answer the questions based on the scenario, and we're not going to forget to check our prohibited poster. That one's a special little hint that I put in here for you. So we're going to start at the very top. Revised October 2023 leaking package decision tree for designated responders, small package. Is the leaking package generating heat, smoke, fumes, visible vapors, irritating the skin or eyes in any way, or leaking too large of a quantity to absorb or neutralize with available supplies? No. Does the package have a diamond hazard label? Yes, it does. We're going to move on. Is the package bearing a diamond hazard label with one of these materials prohibited in the UPS small package system? Explosive 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4b, 1.4f, or 1.4g. Blasting agent 1.5d. Inhalation hazard 2 or inhalation hazard 6. Poison gas 2. Spontaneously combustible 4. Poison 6 or toxic 6. So it looks like we've got a poison 6 label on here, but the important part to look at is this packing group 3. So if we go to our prohibited poster here, we are going to find that it says right here, if we have packing group 3 on the label, that it is not prohibited. It specifically says prohibited unless packing group 3 appears on or next to the label. So it looks like we've got a packing group 3 here. So this is not prohibited. So we are not going to go immediately to our prohibited response sheets. We're going to continue reading and we're going to answer this one as no. So then the next box that we're going to go down to is going to be this one. Is the package bearing a diamond hazard label with one of these materials in the UPS small package system? Explosive 1.4C, 1.4D, 1.4E, 1.4S, or 1.6N. Dangerous when wet 4, infectious substance 6, radioactive 7, white 1, or does the package contain spilled mercury? No. Can you determine by any visible means, labels, shipping records, etc., that the package contains a household product such as paint, personal care products, or common household chemicals? No, nicotine is not a common household chemical. Package and related spill must be handled by the UPS designated responder. Refer to the appropriate response sheets for hazard and PPE. Follow response action steps to clean up the spill. If SCB is required but not available, do not attempt to clean up this spill. Follow the chain of command and notify your environmental coordinator. So we're going to end up down here in our yellow box. So we're going to mark yellow box on this one. And then which response sheet or contamination sheet do we utilize for this spill? So first we're going to look through our response sheets, and because we ended up in the yellow box, we should have a response sheet for this. So if we end up on it's page 12. Page 12 has got our packing group 3 diamond hazard label. So hazard class response sheet, poison 6.1, packing group 3. I'm going to go ahead and mark that one here, poison 6, packing group 3. Hazards, fire may produce irritating or poisonous gas. May be poisonous if inhaled, swallowed, or absorbed through the skin. Material may burn but will not ignite readily. The material may be toxic as well as flammable. Personal protective equipment required, goggles, boots, apron, gloves. If there's an irritating odor, smoke, or visible fumes that affects the eyes, nose, or throat, we need to use SCBA. Our response action steps: keep all sources of ignition away from substance. Keep all sources of ignition away from substance. Avoid any activity that will cause the material to become airborne. If it's a solid, clean up any spilled material. No absorbent is required for solids. If it's a liquid, to avoid any potential reactions, use only ZEP sorbent until all liquids are absorbed and the proper ZEP consistency is met. Stir with a wooden stirring stick until mixture appears dry. Do not add sodium bicarbonate to this material. Place the absorbed material into a lined spill tray using a plastic shovel, fiber broom, and/or plastic dustpan. Ensure all spill residue is removed from the spill location. Transport package to the service center for further processing. So we're going to click our next button and hopefully not error out again.